5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Dacron and I'm an alternate avatar in the virtual world of Second Life. It is my privilege to host this little video and it is so sweet of you to be interested in it. Today let's talk about, does God deserve our consideration? One of the accusations made against God is, if God is such a loving God, then why is there so much pain and suffering in the world? This complaint is closely connected to the attitude, if God brought me into this world knowing that I am going to suffer and die, then I want nothing to do with Him. So, that leaves us with the question, is God really unloving and not deserving of our regard? People with this complaint against God will commonly hear the free will or faith explanations from Christians. The first one being, that in God's desire to have a loving relationship with the people that He created, He gave them free will, thus giving them the option to reject Him along with His care. The second explanation is that the Bible doesn't explain everything in detail, and therefore, a person just has to have faith that God loves them and that their suffering isn't His fault. If for some reason you found these two explanations not being quite sufficient for what you need, then I'd suggest examining this complaint from a different perspective. Let's ask the question, does this criticism logically dictate our rejecting God? To put it in other words, if God foresaw my existence and suffering when He created the world, is the obvious choice for me to have nothing to do with Him? From my standpoint, I don't believe so. You see, all parents have pretty well placed themselves in a similar position that God is in, and yet they don't expect to have a similar result. They don't expect rejection. To a large degree, we all have parents that consciously brought us into a world of suffering, and in turn, most of us will have children, placing them in the same situation, yet we don't find it detestable having a relationship with our parents, or unreasonable to expect our children to desire having a relationship with us. Apparently, loving parents believe that their children will agree with them that the opportunity to experience life and love outweighs the suffering and death. So, if we were grateful to our parents for bringing us into the world, and hope that our children will feel the same way toward us, then it would be logical and consistent for us to feel the same way towards God, and be open to having a relationship with Him. I would suggest that by using the parent model and looking at God as a parent figure, that this would offer us some insight and understanding into who God is, what motivates Him, and what He desires for us. In conclusion, there is one important thing that God offers us that our parents cannot, and that is a way through our suffering and death. God extends to us an unlimited future that will be free of suffering, if we accept an open and honest relationship with Him. If you haven't already, My appeal to you today is to give God a chance. I'm confident that if you do, you'll find Him reasonable and will want to get to know Him better. Thank you for considering my thoughts, and I do understand that much more can be said on this subject. Well, that's it for now. Feel free to leave a comment. Please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.